Hi muckers, and welcome to my second channel. I haven't done a second channel video in quite some time, so I'm very excited for this because I just get to come on and talk like how I would with my friends on FaceTime. So what we're going to be doing is, it is currently like 8 AM I think, and we are going to be doing some sort of skincare because I really badly need it right now. So we're gonna be doing that. So first thing I always do is make my hair look fucking ridiculous by putting it up in this so I can wash my fucking face. So we're just gonna be talking and doing some skincare, stumbling over my words, obviously. I'm running out of stuff. So the reason that I wanted to do this was, number one, because my skin really needs it. And then number two, I have run low on all of my skincare, so this is gonna like let me know what I need to get, so that'll be great. First things first, I do need to shave. You really can't see it in the camera, and people always think I'm going ridiculous, but like this is after like a day of not shaving, and it's not a beard, right? But it's like, it just looks messy stubble, so we're gonna sort that out first. Oh, are we good? Bonnie, are we good? Bonnie, are we good? One thing that Bonnie has been doing recently, that has been like setting me off edge. So Bonnie is my French bulldog. She's currently lying in a pile of clothes right beside me, right outside the bathroom. Is if the cats make a sudden movement, she'll literally just like run towards them. And it is so scary because she never does anything, but it's so alarming whenever your bulldog is like running towards your like precious little kittens. So she keeps doing it, like if the cats make like a sudden noise or something like that. So she just did it again. And again, I fully trust her and know that she won't do anything, and she loves the cats. And she just wants to play, but I like supervising them at all times. By the way, Dolly is, alright, I'll wash my hands so I can lift her up, but Dolly is just right beside me here. She loves just sitting and looking up. Hi, sweetie. She loves sitting and looking up while I'm in the bathroom. Whether I'm having a bath, she will put her paws on the side and just like look up. Or if I'm doing skincare, she will just sit down here and look up. So that's what she's doing. So let me wash my hands. But yeah, everything's been great recently. The last time Bonnie's snorting, if you couldn't hear. Also, having dyed blonde hair means that all of my fucking towels have some sort of like purple shampoo stains on them for some fucking reason, because like I feel like I wash my hair gray. January was not my month, and February is now coming to a close, and I feel like February's been good. February for me, because it's a pretty short month, I always feel like I try to make the best of it. I don't know, because it's such a short month, it's hard for me not to go into the mentality of like, oh well, like it's a short month anyway, and kind of doss off the month. I tried not doing that this month, and I feel like I was making progress with that. So I feel like I had a pretty eventful month. I'm trying to think of things that happened here. I have recently talked about that I've been loving cleaning, and that has really stayed consistent. However, my apartment is so clean right now that I have nothing really to clean anymore. So one of my favorite activities was always cleaning. So I've done it so much that my apartment right now kind of looks like how my apartment looked whenever I moved into it, which my landlord will be ecstatic to hear. It basically means as well, like, whenever you live alone, and I want to know like whatever your like circumstances, because I talked to like a bunch of my friends who live in like student accommodations, or which is basically like student dorms, and so they live with like a lot of people. So if like one of them is messy, then the others will like call them up on it, and they kind of like collectively clean the living space. But whenever you live alone, I don't think people talk about it enough that it's really hard to upkeep cleaning. That was something I was not predicting. And by the way, I'm just using this is toner on my face because whenever I film videos, I use loose powder, just like a cheap one from Boots, like translucent powder. so that I'm not shiny on camera. And you'll be surprised, like, the color that comes off in this. Look at this. So, like, it says translucent, but, I mean, it's clearly fucking not. So anyway, I always wear that whenever I film videos, otherwise I will look incredibly shiny, because I like putting on a lot of moisturizer, so even if I'm not necessarily oily, I just kind of look it. So that's something that I do, so I make sure to take it off right after filming, because obviously it's staying in my pores and stuff. But anyway, back to the cleaning situation, like, I don't know, I mean, whenever I lived with my parents, I just had a bedroom to keep clean, and I mean, I even struggled with that, so I mean, I should have anticipated that cleaning an entire apartment on my own would be something I struggled with. And I was cleaning my apartment, like, deep cleaning it, and it was one of the, like, first times that, like, I was going through my stuff and I was seeing stuff from, like, April, like, whenever I first moved in. And it's interesting because, oh, by the way, I have this face mask, and I kind of hate it, but I might put it on, or I might do a mix match of the leftover face mask that I have. I have a little bit in here, and then I have a little bit in here, so I might do that instead. So I'm just gonna see how much I can fill up in my face with this. So yeah, I mean, that was one of the biggest challenges with living alone, and I mean it still, as I still live alone, cleaning. And so I would love to know, like, your opinion on that, because I think it's so not talked about a lot, like how much you need to, like, upkeep cleaning, like, daily, so that it doesn't become a task. This face mask is definitely a little bit expired because it's very hard to put on my face right now, so I'm probably gonna give up and try another one. I also have a breakout right here. I have a fucking spot, and I haven't had a spot in so long. So that's not my favorite thing in the entire world. So yeah, I would love to know your opinion on like what your cleaning routine is and your relationship with cleaning, because I've talked to a lot of my friends who are like, they clean every single day, and then I have friends who clean like once a week. Then I have friends that clean once a month and they do a big deep clean. I used to always do just like big deep, this mask is like fucking awful. I used to always just do like deep cleans, like twice or 3 times a month. This mask is awful. Like 3 times a month. However, now I'm finding that I like cleaning every single day. So yeah, I would love to know what you like and what works best for you, because again, it's very different based on the person. And I mean, if you live with your family, or you live with your friends, or you live alone, or whatever your circumstances, I feel like that kind of changes it for sure. Especially if other people are involved, because it's like a bunch of different people's opinions on that. So I would love to know your take on that. Also, oh my god, I'm like so disappointed with how this other face mask is doing. It used to be one of my favorite ones, but I think it might have just got too much air at it. I also think I'm gonna go back into education. I tweeted this last night, and I'm gonna be honest, I had an awful night last night. We good? I had a really bad sleep, and I was having panic attacks nonstop last night, and I don't really have panic attacks a lot these days. I don't know, I think I've been kind of like consistently like alright recently, which has been great, but recently, you know, there's just been a lot going on with the world, and it's hard to not allow yourself to get completely overwhelmed with news and stuff like that. By the way, this is a cardboard cutout of RuPaul. Let me show you. You may ask why I have this. I do not know. I bought, you know, I have all the cardboard cutouts, right? If you watch my videos, I'm gonna make some green tea. If you watch my videos, you know that I have a bunch of cardboard cutouts, and I used to include them in all of my videos. However, now I don't really do that, because I feel like the time has passed, like we did that moment. But in my apartment, I obviously don't display all of them. So I was like, what 2 figures could I get cardboard cutouts of that would be interesting and like people wouldn't be expecting in the house? So I have RuPaul, and I also have, if you see my videos, Wendy Williams. They're both taller than me, which is upsetting. But it was just something last night that really was a lot for me, and I was really just, I don't want to be like dumbing down how I felt last night, because I was really stressed, and I just couldn't control my panic attacks. And whenever I don't have friends like close by, like obviously I'm not gonna text them and be like, hey, can I come over, or do you want to come over here, whatever. Obviously my friends are like a 10-minute drive away, so I'm kind of just dealing with it myself, and I don't really deal with them well. I just kind of get overwhelmed and like start crying, and then I get a headache from crying and stuff. So last night was not the best. However, I went to bed for a long time. I went to bed from, my kettle is ready so we can make some green tea. I went to bed from, I think like 6 p.m. until like 4 a.m. So again, it's like 8 a.m. now, and I've like woken up and I've started my day, and I've, you know, been filming YouTube videos today, and I've been going through the full routine, and I feel positive and good about today, which is great, and I'm excited about that. And it kind of is like, I don't know about you, but, and again, please let me know how you feel about this. The day after I have a really bad mental day, I either will wake up the next day feeling like, like fatigue from feeling so bad the day before, or I'll wake up and I'll feel positive and I'll be like, I feel better today, and you know, I can take on the day. And again, I think we should be celebrating like little victories whenever it comes to a really bad mental health day, like not being hard on ourselves necessarily, not only just in the moment, but the next day and the follow-up days. So the fact that I've woken up today and I feel good, I'm happy about that. So I think I'm gonna limit my outsideness today, because I kind of like the idea of just staying in the apartment and staying with the animals. And oh my god, do these girls, these two dogs, keep me absolutely sane. Like, especially Dolly, she is just such a comfort to me. Like, Bonnie is just my roommate. Like, Bonnie literally just like lives in here, and she does her own thing. Like, for example, I literally do not know where she's went. Like, she'll say hi to me to see what I'm doing and then go on. Dolly is my shadow. She knows that I'm talking about her, and the dogs and I sleep in my bed. Now, there are a lot of people that are very against that, and some people I say that to, they're like, what the fuck? And so if you have animals, I want you to like let me know if you do that as well. So I never really allowed the dogs to sleep in my bed whenever I lived here. So I've been here now almost a year, coming up in April. But recently I've just kind of been like, all right, well, I'll allow the dogs to sleep in my bed, and I'll just change my like bedding like a lot more frequently than what I would normally do. So I would normally change my bedding like once every 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if that's bad. I think that's okay. I think that's normal. But now I change it like weekly. Like I wash it weekly. The dogs are also not dirty, and they get baths, and if they go out they get baths after it and stuff like that. But having the dogs in the bed is just so nice, because Dolly is so cuddly, and really just like last night as well, she was just like a godsend for me. And Bonnie just like sleeps at the bottom of the bed, and I don't hear from her until the morning whenever she wants to go outside to pee. It's also fascinating, the apartment block that I live in, there are so many people that are new. So all of my neighbors in the floor that I'm in are basically new people, new families, new students, new like young adults. There's like an older man lives next door, and none of the people that whenever I moved into the apartment, like, and they were there, are here anymore. So everyone has like moved out, and there's new people here, which is so wild, because I'm like saying hi to all these new people, and it's like, oh my god, like everyone that I moved in with is now gone. Obviously I don't really give a shit, because like I was never their friend or anything like that. But if you live in an apartment block and like you see your neighbors starting to move out and new people in, like how do you feel with that? Like for me, I was like, I've been seeing it and all these new faces and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been here like quite some time now. Like again, I haven't been in Brighton for quite a year yet, but almost a year. Whenever April, I'll be here for a year, and I'm like, damn, I've been in this apartment for a year. And I was planning on moving to London whenever my contract ends. My contract ends in April, so I'm in the process of renewing it right now, and it's luckily a very easy process. It's literally just signing paperwork and paying the money, and I have to pay 6 months up front again, which sucks because it's just like all the money at once. But I was planning on moving in April to London, and I went to a couple house viewings, or a couple apartment viewings, sorry, and they just all sucked. They all sucked. And I mean, I still have time to look for ones, like I haven't paid the money with this apartment, but too many things went wrong. And so I was trusting the universe that things were going so wrong that it was like, it's so easy to renew my Brighton apartment and things keep going wrong with London. So I went to an apartment viewing, and it didn't look like the pictures. It was way smaller than what it was, and it was way more expensive than my Brighton apartment. That one sucked. The second one I went to, the people that showed me around were like very rude and condescending towards me. They were being very rude about like my age and stuff like that. And they were like, we would much rather like older people who are more established, like this bullshit. And then the third one I went to was by the O2 Stadium, or the O2 Arena, the one with the roof that is like falling apart with the storm. If you're in the UK, you know. And they called me and were like, okay, we can do the viewing tomorrow. And I was like, okay, I'm coming from Brighton, so it's like an hour and a half away, and then I have to get the trains to there because it's a bit outside of London. And they were like, that's great, like we're giving you the first viewing and stuff. So I get to London, and I'm on my way in the tubes, the underground system, to the apartment, and I'm super excited about it. It's basically like my Brighton apartment in London for like a similar price. And so I get there, I arrive at the apartment, and they're not there, and I call them, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm here for the appointment. It's at like, I think it was at like 1:30 or something. And they're like, basically, hey babe, sorry, we're not gonna make it in time. Can we push it back to 3:30? So 2 hours after what it is. And I was like, okay, that's fine, no problem. So then I went back in the underground to London, which was 20 minutes in the thing, and then maybe another 10. And I walk around until 3, and then I go back at 3:30, and then I don't hear from them. And then at 4:30, an hour later, I can't get through to them on the phone. And then I finally get through to the agency, and I'm like, can you put me on the phone to, and then the name? And I called him, and he was like, hey, basically the same thing. Hey babe, sorry, we tried coming out to the apartment today, and the tenant who's in it is refusing to let us in. And I was like, so does that mean the viewing's not gonna happen? And they went, yeah, we ended up getting in. Like, we ended up forcefully getting in, and the apartment's too messy, like, it's disgusting, like, he hasn't cleaned it, and we're not doing viewings in it. And I went, yeah, but yesterday on the phone, you said that I could do the viewing today. And they went, yeah, it was fine yesterday. So they're trying to tell me that within like 24 hours. So I think they were bullshitting me, and I think they never went out to the apartment the day before, and then the tenant hadn't cleaned the apartment, they weren't doing viewings. So anyway, I went to London for this apartment viewing that I was so excited for. I thought this was going to be the one. I really did. Like, friends and family all knew that I was going to sign the contract for it, and I never even get to see inside of it. And then they send me a WhatsApp video of the apartment, which means that they got into it, and it's not even messy, but the apartment was a lot smaller than it looked online. So it just, everything went wrong with that one. So anyways, I'm staying in Brighton. A lot of people were asking, they were wondering like why I was like so like, oh my god, I can't wait for London, I'm gonna move to London, da, da, da. And then I kind of just stopped talking about it. The reason I stopped talking about it was because of that. Another thing that I'm seeing in my vision that I want to talk about is, whenever I first moved to Brighton, I used to go to the Asian supermarket. I can't remember the name of it, it begins with Y. And it's in, if you're from Brighton, the North Lane. And it is my favorite place on earth. I just haven't went there in a long time because I don't really go into town shopping because I don't like carrying things. I went yesterday for the first time in so long. If any of you have ever had this, it is incredible. You basically boil water, and then you put the noodles in, and then it has a bunch of like dried vegetables, so then they get like the water and they become the vegetables, and the seasoning and stuff, and it becomes the nicest soup ever. I made 2 of them today, and I'm gonna show you the rest of what I got from the supermarket, and I think I'm gonna go back today and get more. Oh, and obviously, oh my god, I missed talking to you guys so much. Like, I have so much to like say, just like little shitty things. Like, by the way, if you want to get chewing gum at a better price, buy it on Amazon or eBay at a bulk buy like the supermarkets do, and you'll get it for literally like £20 cheaper than buying them all individually. Something to be said. And whenever my friends come, I just let them take it. So anyway, this is the supermarket. I got this one, which is a green curry. Very excited about this. It's basically the same concept. I got some instant noodles. If you can't tell, I love instant noodles. These are like ramen instant noodles. Then I got this, which I'm excited to try. I might try it right now with you. It is sriracha coconut chili sauce. This is what it looks like. Now, I've never tried sriracha like sauce or anything like that before. I also got these, which are volcano chicken noodles, which are apparently really spicy. My spicy tolerance is pretty good. I mean, I love eating hot pickles every single day, so I'm excited to try that. I got a different variation of a really spicy one. And then I just got another couple of the soups. So that was the kind of stuff that I got. So I think I'm gonna go back today, depending on whether I like this sauce. So let's try it together. I love coconut. And I love chili sauces, so let's try this. Because if I love this, I love making hard-boiled eggs. It's one of my favorite dishes ever. I know, as like boring as that sounds, like holy fuck, like hard-boiled eggs. It's one of my favorite things ever. Because a lot of things that I'll eat kind of give me like stomach pains. So it's kind of a reliable thing that isn't gonna make my stomach hurt, the eggs. So if I have a sauce that I really like, that would be great to put on it because I season the shit out of my hard-boiled eggs. So to put something else on it might be fun. Alright, okay, let's just try a little bit of the sauce on my finger. I'm nervous. So this is... Wait, I'm gonna do a little bit more than that. Coconut sriracha chili sauce. Okay. Oh shit, that's good. Oh wow. That's good. It has kind of a spicy burn, but the spiciness doesn't last. Wow, this is really good. Hold on. Oh, this will be so good on eggs. This will, oh my god, wait. Hold on. Y'all, if they have this in any supermarket, probably like an Asian supermarket near you, this is what it looks like. This is really good. This is really good. I really can't emote much because my face is so... I feel like I have so much Botox right now just because of the face masks. This is really good. I'll do one more because I don't want to upset my stomach. That's really good. That was really good. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back to the Asian supermarket today and get the other ones. By the way, the nicest workers in there, they are so sweet and so kind. I actually need a little bit more. That is really fucking good. Oh shit, I just put my finger in, like, to wipe it off, and I got so much cat hair in it, so I'm gonna have to do it at the back of my hand. That is really good. This is very weird. Incredibly great. Incredibly great. That's really good. Wow. Hold on. Hold on, I'm thinking of something. I can put it on a Pringle to try it. Sorry, y'all, this is the most boring content ever. However, this is literally how I would be on FaceTime with my friends. Alright, we'll put it on a Pringle, like this. I'm gonna step back, just because of the chewing noise. You'll still hear it. Warning. Holy shit, that's so good. That's so good. Mmm. Wow. Really recommend. Alright, well, gave you a little haul. Gave you a little update. I would really love to start filming these videos daily again. Now that we've left, this is actually way too hot to drink. Now that we've left winter, I'm starting to feel very positive again about the good weather incoming and good times. And also, final thing, I have been using these to make my coffee. They're coffee filters. If anyone has a coffee machine recommendation that isn't too expensive, because I don't like spending a lot of money, and I don't like spending a lot of money whenever it comes to like coffee machines and stuff, because I have in the past, and then I've like not used them as much as what I feel like I should if I'm like paying a lot of money. If you have any good recommendations of coffee machines, let me know. I use, ironically, Chamberlain coffee, so it's like the coffee beans, like just like that. So let me know your recommendations. I know a lot of you probably drink coffee. So yeah, more so than that, I appreciated hanging out with you. I really can't emote further than this because of this mask. I'm gonna go wash it off and then have some green tea, but it was so good to hang out with you this morning. I will show you the view actually before I end this video because, I mean, it's not necessarily like the best weather day today. However, it's still pretty beautiful. So, I wonder if my neighbor's right, because that makes me really uncomfortable. No, they're not. Perfect. Look at this view. So, it's not a sunny day today by any means. However, it's glary, so I'm gonna go in. But it's beautiful, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me. You may as well see Bonnie before we go, because Bonnie hasn't necessarily been in this video much. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, yes, sweetie. I appreciate you all a lot, and I will see you in my next one. So, I'll see you. Bye-bye.